I am Savvy Mike, and this is Savvy Reviews. And well, we have a 2-episode review since I didn't miss it. I watched it last week, but I just never reviewed it. But since I missed the chance to review episode 4 last week, we're gonna just do episode 4 and 5 today. So yeah, this is a complete spoiler review of the last 2 episodes of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this is by far my favorite show on television right now. I haven't been watching much TV other than this and JJK and Pluribus. There's a lot of other TV I could get into. You know, Wonder Man, The Burbs. I still gotta watch The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air that last season. This is only so much time in this world, right? But at the moment, I am definitely most certainly locked in to A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Now, this is a short season with short episodes. I believe the last episode is Sunday this weekend, I believe. It could be going on break, which I don't understand why they would do that. No, they're not doing that. The last episode is this weekend, which I am very well looking forward to because honestly, these last 2 episodes were the best episodes so far this season. Now, I've been enjoying this season a lot. I did an episode 1 through 3 review, which should probably be the theme with these. But in that, I said, look, I like where this is going. I like the setup. I like the characters. I like Dunk. I like Egg. I like where it all left off at episode 3 with Egg revealing himself as a Targaryen. Now, did we see it coming? Yeah, for sure. It was kind of obvious at a certain point when every time Targaryens ran through, he just kept trying to hide. Pretty obvious, but at the same time, you know, I just see that as foreshadowing to give you the hint that, hey, this kid might be of royalty and we just don't know it. But we know it, and he revealed himself at the end of episode 3. Episode 3 was great. I loved episode 3. But yes, episode 4 and 5, turn it up 2 notches. Because in episode 4, what ends up happening is you have the Targaryen that's on demon time at the moment, the prince. And he is like, he basically wants Dunk to be dead for putting his hands on him. And he's just like, look, I'm accusing this man of this, that, and the third. I'm a man of royal blood. So, hey, do what needs to be done to this nigga. But then seeing the fact that one of the Targaryens of high royalty, I guess he's the king, or he at least runs this legion of Targaryens. I don't know how the houses thing work out. I'm not that in depth with Game of Thrones, but buddy up top right there, he says, you know what? There's other ways of doing this. How about a duel? And then the kid goes, oh, you want a duel? Well, how about a trial of 7? Now in the trial of 7, both have to go round up 7 knights to fight in this battle royale joust, where until the horn is blown, niggas gotta fight to the death. And they agree. They all agree. They say, you know what? If that's what you want to do. The uncle, he's totally against it because he's like, he doesn't want his son to have a chance to die in this. So he wants him to have no parts of it. But in all fairness, he's a dickhead. So I think a battle is necessary, and I guess let the gods be the reason. So Dunk goes, he gathers 7 knights, or at least 6 or 5, and one of them ends up turning on him. And I swear to God, he pulled the You Got Served. If you've never seen You Got Served, I'm gonna explain it to you. Basically, in that movie, one of the dancers on Omarion's and Marquise Houston's team ended up trading sides, and they stole his move. They stole their moves. He's stealing our moves. That's basically what happened here in the Seven Kingdoms. But he said, I'm with you, Dunk, fuck royalty. And then showed up and was like, yep, you're down 2 people because I'm good. I'm working with them. Good luck, niggas. Man, dipped on, like, straight up traded on him, I swear. Felt like I was watching You Got Served in Game of Thrones. I felt bad for Dunk in that moment. And so he's needing people to fight with him because he's missing a few warriors. So what ends up happening is the guy that traded on them, his nephew or cousin, he ends up being a knight. And Dunk basically knights him and say, yeah, you can fight with us, I guess, because we're down 1 now, but you could be the 6th one here. Knightsmanship, nigga. Get your sword and your shield and let's get to it. But still, they're down 1. And so as everybody waits to Dunk gives an amazing speech, growling in the crowd saying, hey, somebody join me in fighting these dickheads. Nobody joins him. Nobody joins him. And so when it looks like there's no hope, here comes the high guy, the high Targaryen man on his horse to save the day. He joins Dunk in his squad, and it's all like, not the Targaryen. I was a bit shocked too, I'm not gonna lie. But I didn't see that coming, you know? And so, yeah, a Targaryen knight or royalty joins Dunk in his fight against his family. And so he's thinking, well, they can't really hurt me because they know if they do anything to me, then that's their head, because I'm of high royalty. So I should be fine. Just Dunk, you survive. And so, yeah, that's when the episode ends. And we all waited a week and a half to see what happens. Now we're here, episode 5. Now, in episode 5, these niggas are nervous. Especially Dunk and the cousin that just became a knight. They're throwing up. They don't know what to do. Dunk is like, look, I'm going to have to figure it out at some point. But they're basically like, look, we got to get ready to joust and do this trial of 7. So the trial of 7 gets started. Dunk says some words to Egg. Says, you better be here when I come back. Basically, saying what he said to him in the beginning. In a heartfelt moment. I fucked with it. I did. And he turns around, puts this thing on, and it's time to go to Night Battle Royale. Which, I'm not going to lie, it was pretty fun to watch. The fight scenes and how this was choreographed, this was directed really well. Not going to lie. This was some peak Game of Thrones here. These last 2 episodes are definitely peak Game of Thrones. I'm dead ass. Like, this is what you want from Game of Thrones. And so they start jousting, and Dunk's getting fucked up. He is. And so he gets hits in the head by Buddy, the evil prince. That's a dickhead. And so he falls to the ground, and then we fade to black. To younger Dunk. And so, I'm not one that's ever mad at anything going back to the past as long as it's good and it flows into what we're watching and what we're dealing with at the moment. And my God, does it. Because the past stuff was so fire. It was amazing. The past story, basically Dunk is in the flea bottoms with this other chick, and they're scavenging dead people to get food. Because he thinks his mother is going to come back to him. Apparently his mother is dead, and he finds a partner, and she loves him and he loves her. But she's a little loose with her hands, so any nigga that give her trouble, she bound to take something off of him. And that's what they do with whoever this knight dickhead guy is. I don't know, but he's in the flea bottoms basically fucking around. So she takes his sour L. Dunk says, why did you do that? You're gonna cause trouble and problems. She's like, why do you give a fuck? We're gonna get the fuck up out of here anyways. We got something that could get us some silver. They get some silver, and they try to get 2 tickets out of Flea Bottom. Well, the price doubled, so they can't leave. So she's pissed. She puts it back in her thing, and she tells Dunk, look, are you mad that you're not gonna be able to see your dead mother? She's fucked up. She apologizes, but Dunk at this moment, he's a quiet man. He doesn't know how to stand up for himself, really, and he's not really much of a protector at this point because he doesn't really know how to fight, or he's just some kid who lost his mother and landed in the flea bottom with this chick. So they're basically helpless out here. If anything goes down, they're fucked. And so Buddy runs into her, says, hey, you stole my shit. And so in the end, he takes what's theirs. Dunk says, that's fucked up. He says, look, you better be glad I'm not killing you 2 little kids. Now get the fuck up out of here. Well, he didn't say that. He was more of a dickhead about it. And so, like I said, she loose with her hands. So she steal Buddy knife. Once he realizes knife is stolen, he grabs her, takes it out of her where she puts it, slits her throat straight up. Game of Thrones. Straight up. Blood splatters in Dunk's face. He's like, what the fuck? She falls on him. She's dying. She's dead, if anything. Dunk just lost his first love, unfortunately. And he's just fighting back. He doesn't know what to do. And they're about to kill Dunk. He says, stick him. He sticks him in the leg. And they're about to fuck him up. It's over with. And then his knight, the old man, drunk as hell, pops out of nowhere. You better leave that little boy alone. And start whooping ass, drunk as hell. Ends up slicing the one guy's head off and killing the next. And so Dunk, seeing this man basically do the greatest thing he ever seen in his life, he indeed says, you know what, let me follow him. And this is what I love so much about the show, because it's more show, don't tell. I love when a show shows me and not tells me. At any point, did in a monologue or dialogue talking about I followed this old man because I loved his bravery. But in the end, he didn't notice me at all because he was too drunk to even figure. I could have, you could have did all that and you didn't, because it was more show don't tell. I saw it. I enjoyed it. I like when a script doesn't treat me like I'm dumb, and I can actually enjoy what's being put in front of me in the story that's being told. It's for you, JJK. But regardless of it, old man finally notices this kid at his wit's end. Dunk is about to basically die, following him across the land. And I guess this is when the moment Dunk joins the old man night, tells his ass to get up, drink you some water, you coming with me, I guess. And that's when they go on their journey together. And so, we cut back to the battle royale. Dunk's older. He's getting his ass beat by the prince. And he's just, look, clearly Dunk isn't the best knight because he doesn't have never really had the best training. Man was drunk 9 times out of 10. But he know a little something to the point where he start fucking Buddy up. And either way, he was getting his ass beat the whole time. If anything, Dunk should have lost this. But through heart and hope and courage, he got back up to finish the job. So he ends up getting the prince to quit. But by that point, unfortunately, the damage has been done. And I'm not even talking about the Dunk. I'm talking about to this great man up here. This great man up here. He's a great guy. And I would like to have been with this Targaryen royalty more. I understand why the Targaryens are such evil bastards, because all the good people just find a way to die. All the good Targaryens just find a way to fucking pass away. And yeah, that's what ends up happening to him. Unfortunately, I think he said he got hit by his brother with his thing in the back of his head, and his brother didn't hold back. He crushed the back of his head. And yeah, man's passed away at the time where it did seem like he was gonna give Dunk a job. Like, it did seem like he's like, you know what, Dunk, you could be a knight with us. But unfortunately, he passed away in Dunk's arms with him wailing and crying. And that's how it ends. Peak. I enjoyed both of these episodes fully, thoroughly, to the point where I wanted to watch the next one. I want to see where this ends. The last episode is indeed this Sunday, and can't wait to watch that. I don't know how long it'll take me to review that one. Hopefully it won't take me this long. It might be that Sunday. Okay? Calm down. Nobody's upset, but it's okay. Either way, peak for both of them. I enjoyed the storytelling, the pacing, where it's going, the twists and turns. This is Game of Thrones, so the veracity, the visceralness, the aggression, the game, but with the beautiful storytelling as well. George R.R. Martin is just that guy, I guess, when it comes to writing and gruesomeness. He knows how to blend it all well. But this was more on the writers of this adaptation than George R.R. Martin. But I heard George R.R. Martin really likes this show. House of the Dragon, yeah, they got some problems going over there. But he really likes this show. And so, if he approves, I approve too. Now, this is good, though. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. As always, I am Savvy Mike, and this is I Am Savvy. No, this is Savvy Reviews. Peace.